going on, guys? So today on this Shoky Transformers review, we're going to be taking a look at the G1 reissue of Devastator. But before we get into the actual review, I wanted to show off this footage here first from when I first got the figure, when I went to Walmart and grabbed it. Because, as you'll find out, I've never actually managed to accumulate an actual G1 Devastator. I had the G2 version back in the day, but I never had all 6 figures. So in this case, it is the very first time I've actually ever had that. So go check out this footage right now of me in the living room playing with, for the first time, with a Devastator. And then I'll get to the actual review. So, yay. This... Oh. Now mind you, I'm going to be doing a review on this, but this thing, oh my god. You guys don't know. You really have no idea. Like, years and years of my childhood wanting to complete Devastator and never doing it. Because mine were the, like the G2 kind of release, the yellow ones, in fact. And they sold them individually in store. And I had everybody but Hook. And of course, Hook came with the head and everything else like that. So I could build 5/6 of a Devastator, but could never actually bring it all together. And that was incredibly disappointing as a kid. And like, even the Christmas I got them, because I think I already had a couple of them. I think Scrapper was my first. No, not Scrapper. Scavenger. Scavenger was the first one I ever had, then Scrapper. And I remember that Christmas, I had like my parents got me like it was like a bag. I mean, it was wrapped and stuff, but I opened the bag, and it had, I could see several of them in there, and I remember being really excited, like, I'm gonna put Devastator together right now. And I could see the look on my mom's face, and it didn't even register. I opened it up, and it was only the other 3. It was like Mixmaster and Bone Crusher and Long Haul. And I was so excited, and then like my mom even said, well, we couldn't find the last one, we couldn't find Hook. And like literally my whole life, like going into stores looking for them, and they were never available again like that. And so I never ever had it. And actually I think I either gave those away, or I don't know what happened to them anymore, but like it was a lot. I still played with them, of course, but I never completed Devastator. So today, for the first time in my entire life, my 35 years of life, I can actually build a G1 Devastator. And mind you, it'll be a green one. Part of me really wants to have a yellow one, just for the heck of it. But I'm going to put it together right now, and then I'm going to review this guy along with Hot Rod later on. I have a whole lot of reviews today, but this absolutely, like, I didn't even care. Like, I know it was pricey for what it was, but I don't care. It's worth it to me because it's literally something from my childhood that has never, ever managed to happen. So, if you guys have anything like that in your life, let me know. What is one of your grails? What is one of the things that got away from you as a collector, even as a kid or whatever, that you still, like to this day, you would still like give an arm to grab if you could? So let me know down below, but I'm going to go ahead and open up Devastator. Alright guys, so literally this is as far as I ever got to get as a kid. So I built it like a base mode or something like that, and I've got the arms ready to go. And I can tell right now these things definitely don't feel like they used to. The plastic definitely feels different, and also there's a shooting gimmick or something. The ones I had as a kid, they were like a flick missile. They didn't have a spring. I don't think this technically has a spring, but it's got a locking mechanism. You can see the little dealie sticking out of there. That might be a new thing or not. I don't know. What I really wish I had right now is a tripod, because first time ever, I'm going to transform Hook into his top mode. Just sit right there. I'm really excited, guys. Honestly, it's so sad to be excited by something like this. And of course, we're gonna have to put all the stickers and stuff on. Like, it does have a sticker sheet for everybody. It only comes with some of them installed. And I realize I keep covering the thing, but yay for that. It never knows where to look. You know, I'm supposed to be reviewing stuff. I'm playing with toys instead. guys. Ah, he's done. It's so bad. It's G1, so I mean it's not the best, and it feels like they've upgraded it a little bit. I'm going to cover this in a review, but it feels like they've done a few things to make things a little bit better. But some of the attachment points that I'm sure used to be die cast are now plastic. There's still some die cast in these guys, but not like it used to be, at least not in my visual inspection of things. But dude, this makes me happy. I don't care what happens the rest of the day. I don't care if I get all the work done I need to do. I have a Devastator, and I was going at a low angle for no real reason. I have G1 Devastator for the first time in my life, and this makes me insanely happy. Alright guys, so if you watched all that, you kind of saw some of the basics of what we'll go over now, but for the most part, here we have the awesome, huge old box of the Transformers G1 reissue of Devastator, picked up at Walmart, if you saw that video when I grabbed it. So, we already seen the reveal and stuff like that, but I'm going to go over how to do all the things like normal. But for right now, we go over the box. So, we got a nice, very G1 box. When I bought these for G2, they came individually. There was not one big set, which is why I ended up never getting Hook back in the day. So to actually be able to get all of them in one box, mind you, for a pretty hefty cost, it's $75. It's a little much. I'm glad they didn't go with 100, but it would have been better off somewhere around 50, maybe 60. I think all of the G1 reissues need to drop by about $10 to $15. But you do get all 6 figures. You get all this cool artwork. You get this nice G1 Devastator look over here. It's pretty awesome. You get Bone Crusher, Hook, Scavenger, Long Haul, Scrapper, Mixmaster. I paused there because for some reason I wasn't reading. I was trying to remember. It's like, it only has the words right there. And you got Constructicon Warrior, Devastator, way down there. Together, 6 Constructicons form a mighty Devastator, which was the first time we ever saw a combiner at all. So yay for that. And the side is going to be hard to see, but you can see all the dudes there. We'll turn it around, and you get some more mural style artwork there. You've got Dinobots, you've got Jetfire or Skyfire or whoever. I believe that's Trax right there. And I like how they have Grimlock both in Dino mode and transform into robot mode right there. And you've got Sludge. I don't want to move it up too much here. And you've got Sludge transforming here. You've got all the Dinobots over here doing their own thing. So there's multiple sets of Dinobots. You've got Snarl and Slag over here. You've got Insecticons. You've got more Insecticons. You've got Shockwave. And I don't know why he looks the way he does there, but hey, it is what it is. It's pretty cool. I like that. And of course, you have the transformation thing there. And you have the read-up. Hold on, I gotta get autofocus back. You get the read-up of Devastator. Awesome and terrifying, a bizarre combination of 6 Constructicons, Scrapper, Scavenger, Bone Crusher, Hook, Long Haul, and Mixmaster. Pure brutality, sole purpose to crush all in his path. His mind is a melding together of 6 parts, but limiting their competing thoughts. Enormous height, incredible strength, can knock down a bridge with 1 punch. Has 10,000 Celsius solar energy beam rifle. Nice. Slow, awkward, not too bright. Very funny how they just wrap it up there. He's dumb. And, of course, as you come up here, you've got all those things like that. And I like this. Includes 6 Constructicon figures, 6 laser pistols, 2 target shooters, 2 fists, 2 rotor blades, 1 super robot head, 1 set of twin blaster missiles, 1 magna laser, 1 super wing, 1 missile mount, 1 laser, 1 wing, label sheet, and instructions. That's really funny. So, this huge thing, of course, everything in here comes on a big plastic tray. I'll pull everything out and kind of skip that for this part of the review, but we'll get everybody out here and check them out. And I'll go ahead and preface this. I did already put all of the decals on. That took a little bit of time, but it was worth it. So, yay for that. Let's go. Alright, guys, so here we have all 6 Constructicons out here, looking pretty good. And you've got Mixmaster, Scrapper, Long Haul, Hook, Bone Crusher, and Scavenger. For some reason I couldn't remember Scavenger. But this is them all armed up with like all their stuff, because they do come with their individual weapons and gimmicks and stuff. However, there are a few extra leftover pieces from the box that are probably for bot mode. This one that I can't focus on because autofocus is off. This one, I don't know who it goes to because it's not in the instructions anywhere. I assume it's just kind of a spare missile, sort of, to go in the kind of drill hands there. I seriously could not figure out who that goes to. This one is for Mixmaster in robot mode, his little thing. Mind you, that looks like a single version or a dual version of this, which it is. So odds are these are both from Mixmaster, and just if you want the single nozzle or double nozzle coming out of his head. And then of course you get the Devastator hands chilling. Whoop, in big old purple as I drop it on the floor. Now, I do know that I did have some of these left over from way back in the day. At least one of the hands, but the tab had been totally broken off. So, that sucks. Now, you also get the massive instruction sheet here. It's just like a giant poster. It goes over everybody individually for the transformations. Then on the back, it has the combination. And then you also get the sticker placement instructions, which I was referring to as definitely being reversed for some reason. On most of these, I believe they are, in fact, backwards. So, it's just in comparison. But, you know, it is what it is. So, just figure that out whenever you're doing it yourself. So, some of the things are not going to be correct. Now, I'll go over them individually, and then we'll work on transformation and stuff like that. So, first and foremost, we'll have Mixmaster here. And he does look pretty cool. And he does have the Devastator cannon right there, along with his own pistol. They all have their own individual weapons. I did actually have to go back through the instructions and see who had what. He is molded in the cool little neon green. There's some decent molded detail here on the sides. Nice little wheels here that are all pinned. And of course underneath you've got complete visible robot syndrome. And you've got the warning stickers all over here. You have to apply all of these. Don't have to do anything up here. I believe this is die-cast. If it is... Nope, it's plastic. Okay. Die-cast is going to be inside right here on the legs. All his stickers are on his robot mode, so... And then you got the one on the drum, which does rotate, or spin, or whatever. And you've actually got this little handle here, which is not really for anything in particular, except for in robot mode. Now, if you go ahead and pull the weapons off, you see he's got a rub sign right there, which does work, although as a kid you should obviously know that that is how that works. We'll go ahead and get him into robot mode, which is super easy. Flip that over. There's his feet. Pull his arms out. There's his arms. Plug in. I like the dual one personally, and there you go. Seriously, super easy robot mode for this guy. No big deal whatsoever. And if you want, you extend that and make him super tall. That's not for robot mode, that's for combination mode. But in robot mode, you can see all the new stickers you have to apply. I think that one may have already been on there, but the Decepticon logo needed to be put. This one was already on there. You had to put that one, you had to put these ones, you had to put the ones down there by the feet, kind of, those. So, no big deal. Actually, I think you need to, that does slide. There you go. Now it's tabbed in properly. Articulation super limited. You just have rotation in the arms, and he can hold his weapon like so, and he can technically hold the big gun as well. Just be careful, the tab is pretty tiny, but there's your Mixmaster, all done and done. And we move on to Scrapper, the leader. And actually, I forgot to mention this, they do roll really nice. He does have big old pinned wheels, so you can roll super easy. His, of course, like a front loader. Looks pretty cool. This is always one of my favorite ones because it actually had like some real gimmick you can play with and stuff like that. Nowhere to plug in his gun on his alt mode, but it does have a pretty cool gun. It is a little bit bent right up here on the barrel. Just gotta kind of straighten that out. That was actually bent by the packaging. That kind of sucks. He does get the big jet thrustery thing here that is from Devastator. Just pull it off. It does peg in right there. He does get the rub sign. Just give it a quick rub. And yeah, he's a Decepticon. I figured that part. Because he's got a Decepticon logo right there. Now, some of these are optional. Like, you don't have to put that one there, but I did. You could technically probably put it up here on the back, on the bucket if you want, but it's all kind of personal preference. Now, this little upright piece here, which is where the canopy goes, stuff like that, you can remove that. It's not, doesn't need to be removed. It just is what it is. And the front end loader goes up and down. Now, 4 transformation is actually pretty easy. Flip out the legs, the arms, just sort of chill there. And you fold this back. You see those tabs sliding. Those are attached to his head. So if you push that back, you get a little bit of auto transformation. His head pops up. So yay! Now I got Scrapper in robot mode. Looks pretty cool. I need to lower this light a little so we can get it more. There we go. And you do have to apply quite a few of these stickers. Not all of them, though. That one was applied crookedly already. You have to put those on there. The Decepticon logo there. The little ones there. And a couple on the chest and on the knees. No big deal. The only thing that sucks is that his rub sign is now upside down on his knee. But he does have this big old loader hanging out the back, which does make him slightly back heavy, so sometimes he'll want to just tip. But if you go ahead and give him his gun, which is not that easy because he doesn't really have a hand, he's just kind of got this whole gap. That's pretty much it. Now, this thing is completely useless in this mode as far as I can tell, but that's fine. It's mostly for Devastator anyways, so who cares? I mean, I guess you could set it back here and pretend you can fly. Alright, now we've got a long haul. The dump truck rolls pretty well, and also he does also kind of include the ability for some play because he has a dump truck, and who doesn't love a dump truck when you're a little kid? Because the barrel or the back area there, the dump part, does work. Decently molded details, very hefty. He's definitely the thickest and heaviest of the figures. I like the dual wheels pegged in back here. All the super bright chrome, molded detail on the grill. You got headlights, bumper lights, little cab section here, little engine stuff sticking out the side there. I do love that. He does have the Devastator crotch basically living here on his back as his weapon system, like a little cannons hanging off here. And it does just tab onto the thing right through there. And this part is actually just the crotch plate. It just sort of rests right there. Now, I had this, of course, back in the day, and these tabs broke off on me, and I could no longer use it in this mode, so it kind of sucked. But this is, of course, just here for the combined mode. He does have his little gun, but doesn't work in here. And half of them are molded in black, half of them are molded in the greenish yellow. You do get a bunch of the stickers back here. You can get his rub sign hidden right there. You do have to put these on, if I remember correctly. I think these were already here. You got to put the Decepticon logo on there. So in robot mode, or bot mode, car mode, this thing right here, dump truck mode. No big deal. And like I said, you can tilt the dump truck back. Of course, the wheels go with it, so, you know, it is what it is. So let's just transform them up. Go ahead and flip those back. They get a little bit stiff, but it's all good. Flip him forward. Grab the wheel. Flip out the hand. Wheel. Flip out the hand. Flip this back, and there we go. Got you a long haul, though he's not all the way. There we go. He wasn't all the way down. Now he's all the way down. Looks pretty cool. Like I said, he's big and bulky. He's got these giant legs. He also does not have much in the way of heel spurs, so he is very, very tippy. So that part sucks. I wish they'd actually given him something there. So maybe just the tiniest bit of weight from his little bitty gun here will help him stand up. If it'll even go in his hand. Good Lord, that's tight. You can also probably plug it in here. Probably not. I don't know. But yeah, he can go pew pew. Pew 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 pew. Articulation is basically just this and the legs that can move. So he's not exactly going to be super fun, but you can kind of get him in. But other than that, he's not really going to do much. But you do get the big sticker across the crotch. That is definitely crooked. And here we have Scavenger, which back in the day was the first one I ever got. So this guy has a little bit more of significance to me. I do dig him. He is, of course, a Scoopy digger slash loader thingy. Pretty cool. You do have to apply these stickers here. I think you need to apply that one too. And the molded detail there for a little bit of wire and hoses and stuff like that's pretty cool. The nice metal pin there to make the scoop arm work is pretty cool. You do get both of his weapons pegged in on the top. You've got his little plasma laser gun. And you got the drill thingy mounted up here, which I guess is technically also a missile. Now, something that is really dumb, and this is new. This was not on the original one. This tab. that doesn't do anything for you because that just comes in and out. Now, in theory, that should be for a missile launching gimmick, but there is no spring in there. There's not even a catch. It does, well, there is a little bit of a catch. Okay, so there it's past the point, and then there you saw it move, but it does nothing to help you out. So there's no reason for that, and I do know the original one didn't have it at all. These just slid in and out. Now, you can actually do this a slightly different way. Now, mind you, this is more for combined mode, but you can use it as a weapon mode. And you can have this little drill missile hanging out the front, so he's like brrr, digging into your face. So, weapons, set them aside for right now. Do transformation. He does not roll, though, because he doesn't have wheels, but he can sort of scoot. No big deal. Super easy transformation. Go ahead and kick that back for now. Unfold the tracks. Turn his feetsies forward. I mean, make sure you don't get those toes all jacked up. And then come up here to the top. Pull out the arms. I remember back on the old one, this was actually not the easiest one to pull the arms out. And you just slip his little headsy up. No big deal. Now he is back heavy. So you can do one of two things. You can push this back like a scorpion tail and just hold him up. You could also just tuck this down like he has a tail, and that will keep him balanced without even having to go to the ground. Pretty cool. Face is mildly molded in there. You got some paint, some lightly greenish yellow, or maybe that's just silver reflecting his body parts there. Now what's funny is these stickers were here, but you have to put the Decepticon logo over that one. I don't understand that. It seems like it should go central mounted, but hey, that's not my fault. And then you put on some of the other ones down there, and you put on the ones on the toes down there. Articulation is only the arms and, well, sort of the legs, so he can sit. Whoop-de-doo. And he can, of course, hold at least this weapon. Looks like it'll peg in up here, too, for a shoulder weapon if you really want to. I think that's just there for the heck of it. I don't believe that's ever meant to be that way. And this is entirely useless in this mode, although technically speaking, you can put it on back here if you really want to. Just store it. Completely purposeless. Maybe it's a jetpack. I don't know. But for the most part, we'll just set that aside because we only need that for combined mode. And next up, we got Mr. Bone Crusher. Bulldozer. Pretty cool. Nowhere to store his regular little gun. I do like it, though. I like the molding, stuff like that. He was the one I kind of had a problem trying to figure out. No, it wasn't him. It was actually Scavenger. I couldn't figure out which gun went to him. The one in the instructions doesn't look like the one he actually has. But this guy's pretty cool. You do get a Decepticon rub symbol right there. Off kilter. Don't think they were paying attention. I think it should have gone like here. But normally rub sign is kind of hidden to some degree. They just want to make it like, oh, what is this? You do get a very similar drill thingy to Scavenger, except this one, the peg is in a different place. If you want, you can also have this plugged in back here as a trailer. And it has all the same stuff, the fake launching gimmick, all that crap. You do get some cool warning style stickers there. Decepticon emblem there. You did to put that one on. No wheels or anything like that, so he just sort of scoots. Nothing super important. This part does move. In fact, it does move a little too much. Normally in the box, it's down like this, so it's supposed to be up like this. I love how there's just the kind of faintest hint that that's actually a chair. So you could sit. Like I said, it moves a little too easy. I wish it was a little stiffer. But hey, can't all be winners. The bucket does move just a little bit, so you can carry some loads like that if you want. And just they do have the fun playability of being construction vehicles, so do with it as you will. So to transform him, I'm going to flip that back, just out of the way. Split him down the middle. Go ahead and rotate these, because those are the arms. Grab the bucket. Flip it up, rotate it up like so. That's your chest. Rotate the legs down. There's a little bit of spring action there for some reason. It's just been some tension. The feet are the dumbest out of anybody, so you just grab it here, pull that down, and flip that forward, and it does tab into place. Well, that one tabbed into place. That one was very loose. Bend at the elbows here. Flip this all the way back. Sorry, I missed that. Oh yeah, there's a sticker underneath that, which is kind of silly. So he's actually meant to be kind of like that. Now he doesn't have proper shoulder articulation or anything, so you're actually just using the elbows as shoulders. And it's a little hard to tell, but he's got the nice little visor that is reflecting green off of everything. Got this huge sticker across the bottom of the chest. You do have to put the Decepticon emblem there. You do have to put these stickers here, 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 and here. Like I said already, you get rotation for the arms, which is fine. Then you get an elbow joint, then also shoulder joint. The feet or the legs are what they are, so you just plunk. You have to put that skinny sticker right there on the crotch, and he does hold his weapon just fine. And like I said, you can either have that all the way down or tilt it up like that behind the head. I believe that's actually how it's supposed to be, or else why would you put a silly sticker back there if you can't see it? He's got no kind of body. You say, hi, right through his body. He's definitely the weakest of the bunch when it comes to design, but hey, who's really going to store these in robot mode anyway? And now we have Hook, the one that I never got to have as a kid. And he's probably the most complete one for actually having playability. Now you do have this whole big chunky section right here in the middle with a big old cannon. You do his normal gun here. This is, of course, the Devastator head. Shh, spoilers. You got his rub sign right there off to the side. Give it a quick rub. And there you go. He's a Decepticon. You get tiny, tiny wheels, which does roll very nicely. You got to put these stickers on for the tail lights, which is a little bit weird, but hey, it's off. Actually, I don't remember if I had to put those on. They'd look a little bit off-center for me to have put them on. Either way, looks pretty cool. I forgot to mention, like, basically, if they have windows, they're all purpley windows. I got to like that. Pull this off. Go ahead and remove this entire section. It is just pegged on right there. Set that aside. We won't need that for a bit. Go ahead and remove his gun. Once again, I like it when the guns can plug in on the bot mode, or the car mode. The back section here for the crane does rotate. The arm does move up and down. And it does extend. Then the hook itself does move. That is cool. That's why I said this one is the most interactive, I think, when it comes to being a vehicle. So you can come over here, hook something, pull it up, and be like basically how they were in the thing where he picked up some stuff, Scavenger picked up some stuff, and they threw it all in the back of Long Haul. So that was pretty cool. Go ahead and push that away for now. For transformation, I want to come down here. Pull that down, which will unlock the feet. Although this leg is being problematic. Push that back up. Pull out the arms. Flip up the head. And put the bucket down. And there we go. There's your hook. He's actually got a nose. I appreciate that. He's got a nose. He's got a visor. He's got a big crooked sticker on the chest. Didn't apply that one or this one. Just applied the logo there, and then the ones here, my faction stickers, and the ones on the knees, if I remember correctly. So he's pretty basic. They're all very basic when it comes to their robot modes, because what are they going to be, to be totally honest? Technically, he has knees, though you're not really ever going to use them, and he does have some very offset feet. But hey, it's pretty cool. And if you need to help him stand, just extend that just a hair to the ground, and boom, your hooky boy can stand. And here we have the whole team in robot mode now. And they look pretty cool. They all have the nice balance of purple to yellowish green. And you got some mixed in chrome on pretty much everybody. And like I said, Bone Crush is pretty much the weakest when it comes to bot mode. I do like it though, and it does make me very happy to see all of these guys out here. Now, for quick comparison, there's Wally. So you can really tell how small everybody is. And to really bump it up a notch, compared to another Decepticon, you know, there's Starscream. So, I mean, they're definitely from a whole different line entirely. And that's fine, because they're cool and they're small. Which also made them somewhat affordable back in the day, I guess, technically speaking. And if you need to, just for the heck of it, there's Hot Rod. And I couldn't do it earlier, but I went ahead and dug out G1 Grimlock because the Dinobots were around in time for Devastator. But he's clearly too big. But if we want to have a little bit of fun, there it is with the DX9 Grimlock, which I think is around about the right size. So that could be a lot of fun. Alright guys, so now it's time to form up Devastator. So we're going to put everybody into their combined modes, and we'll start off with the two legs, and I have them backwards, technically speaking, so I'll switch them like so. For Scrapper, you want the arms to be straight out like that. Go ahead and push his head away. Now the head does also act as a lock for the bucket, so that's pretty cool. And then you want the legs down like that. So basically, vehicle mode, standing on his front, and which is basically what you want to do for Mixmaster. Push the arms away. Go ahead and put the cab down, extend, and fold. Boom. Like so. There's your leggy legs. Set them back there. Then we need Long Haul, who is the crotch part. Go ahead and flip the head down. Leave the bucket back. I forgot to remove his gun. Always be careful with those because you're probably going to snap the pegs if you're not paying attention. And then you want to fold the bucket back up like so. And one thing I forgot to mention, this little thing can tab into the back of that. So it is what it is. So you want the backpack like so. Set him there. Go with Scavenger. Arms in, head down. Basically, he's going straight back into vehicle mode, although you want to flip this tab out for the chest and go ahead and tag that back like so. Half of them are literally just their or car mode, vehicle mode, alt mode, whatever mode. Same thing with Bone Crusher. Go ahead and put him back into vehicle mode. Flip all that back, like so. Rotate the arms up, rotate the arms up. Flip everybody forward, tab that together, and there you go. Now he doesn't need anything flipped out because he's going to use that peg instead. So yay for that. And then we've got Hook, which is the most involved, so to speak. Flip that down. Pull that out. Go ahead and flip all this back. This tab you want to rotate 180 degrees, like so. And do I have that? Yeah, I've got that right. There we go. And that's pretty much that. Oh, I thought it was his head. That's his crotch. So there's your Hook transformed. Now we're going to come up a little bit here for obvious reasons. Now, for combining purposes, you need all the extra parts we had earlier. So we need the crotch part from this guy. And you take this big section there, and it's just going to go right up inside here, like so, until it tabs in hard, like that. Then you also want to push this in. You got the big tab there, you got the big slot there, like so. And you've got pegs and big tabs and everything like that for attaching to these guys. So this is, of course, for Scrapper. Oop. Do have to be careful because things will want to come apart on you, like it does. Come on. There we go. Yeah, the tabs didn't want to line up properly. So there's Scrapper. Get your Mixmaster. Just go chuck that. This is the easy one because he does just go in there. And he does have a little lock-in slot there. So he's pretty much in, like so. And it does lean forward just a hair. That'll all get balanced out eventually. Now you do want to take Hook, and he's got, wait, how does that, oh, I was thinking that Hook did this on his own. You can't avoid this part here, because this all just slides up in here with the Devastator head. Everybody will line themselves up nicely, and then you've got a big tab and slots there. So you just line up your thingies as best you can, like so. And I don't think that that does anything except maybe like that. I'm not sure if that's supposed to go there. I know it's supposed to go somewhere for sure. I'll figure it out. Because they had that like pegged into the side of his head, but that should be like right here. I don't know. I'll figure it out. So we want to take the arms, and this one goes on this side, but we need his weapon. Oh, sorry. I've got him upside down. There we go. Plug on the drill thingy. Yank that out. Make sure you have the left hand. And that plugs in on the big tab powdered metal. And then you can spring it out just a little bit. And we want to take Scavenger. Do the same thing for him. And yeah, this could have been a thing where I prepped the weapons early and I didn't. So hey. Now this one, you've got the big metal tab there. That goes into a slot over here, and then the whole guy comes apart over there. That wasn't supposed to happen, it just did. Still did it. Okay. And there we go. And he is a wobbly mess because his foot moved. There we go. Alright, so there we have our G1 Devastator, looking pretty crappy because he's not done. I forgot the chest. And I do believe this pegs in some... Which way does that go? Oh, I see the lining tabs now. There we go. No, goes like... There we go. Okay. That doesn't make sense. Hold on. There we go. That's off center. I'm missing something here. No, it's probably supposed to be that way if I had to guess. Because that's the only tab, the only spot that lines up. So I'm calling it done. And we're done. We've got G1 Devastator. Now, images do show this gun mounted to the side of his head, and you should have something, but like that's the only place that that can go. So technically speaking, that's correct. As silly as it looks. Now, he wouldn't be complete without his ridiculous gun. And I guess that hurt. That hurt a lot. That rotated real quick and pointy. He is supposed to rotate here, so he doesn't rotate at the chest. So, very interesting way they made the shoulders work. So, this one rotates at the bot. This one actually has a ratcheted spring lock here. So, it is what it is. As for poseability, there's nothing except for the arms. He does have elbows, technically speaking. They're not great, but they're there. And yeah, he does have a little bit of a lean forward going on. Just is what it is. And one thing I don't know is why there's that tab right there on long haul. I have not seen anything that is meant to tab in there. So maybe it's for another thing. I don't know. The chest is crooked. That's annoying me. But that is how it's supposed to be plugged in. So something doesn't seem right there. I don't know. And yeah, his upper torso here has been pissing me off. Come on. There we go. Just got to make sure it plugs in. Now, mind you, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but hey, it is Devastator. And if you're a little kid and you finally got a whole bunch of robots that could combine into a thing like this, that's absolutely worth it, I think, to some degree. Now, back to comparisons. There you go with G1 Grimlock, G1 Starscream, and the G1 Hot Rod. So, of course, these are the three that are available now. Hopefully, we'll get Dinobots sometime soon. I do wish that more of the other weapons and stuff would be usable in this, but sadly, it is not meant to be. But here's also another comparison. You get the DX9 Grimlock up against him. Yeah, it's a closer comparison, for sure. Me Grimlock. Anyways, so these guys will be making an appearance again sometime soon. Spoilers. Still pisses me off that this broke. But guys, as it stands, it does make me happy. Now, is it really kind of silly and not perfect? Well, yeah, for sure. But it's something I never got to have as a kid. Nothing I ever got to complete. And it's just something that's cool. I mean, it's not great. G1 stuff was never meant to be that awesome, that great. It's not that poseable. It does have playability, so you can move the thing. You can pew pew, pew pew, bang bang, all the things like that. It would be cool if he could. I mean, I guess he could tilt the shoulder out a little bit, but that's neither here nor there. But it's fun. It does have fun. This is bothering me. That's got to be something else that can happen there. I said I keep popping that out. Maybe, okay, so he's tabbed in totally there. See, it's like it's off by a notch, or maybe I just have the wrong one. Maybe that's where it's, yeah, that's where it's supposed to go. Okay, I had it too high. They have 3 notches there, and only two of them are for when it's on Scrapper's back, and 1 is for combined mode. I just had it in the wrong hole. There we go, much better. Though personally, I feel like it should be up here. But either way, do you like G1 Devastator? I do. Do you like Devastator in general? I do. Do I want to get other ones? Yes. Yes, I do. I would love to actually get the DX9 Devastator, but he's kind of hard to find and a bit expensive at this point. But I want the version to match the Dinobots, basically. And I wouldn't mind getting something like Toy World's Constructor, which looks pretty cool in and of itself, but also incredibly expensive. Guys, if you like this video, if you like G1 Devastator or G1 Transformers in general, go ahead and give me a big old thumbs up, a big old combiner thumbs up. And of course, if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe-ish button down there. And speaking of subscribe-ish buttons, you can totally get one of those shirts, along with all the other Shoky equipment right here, including Double October stuff. There's still plenty of that left over, and anything else you may want to get. By all means, every little bit does go to help the channel grow and help me buy stuff to look at for you guys. And if you want to help out in other ways, go ahead and check out the Patreon. And you can see videos early. Like a whole lot of the stuff that's coming out this month, the patrons got to see already. So if you want to do that, see things early, or maybe even dictate at some point some of the things I look at, hey, go check that out. But guys, that's it for this G1 reissue of Devastator review. If you want to, go check it out at Walmart and grab you one there. Probably find it online at some places, maybe a little bit cheaper. Find a coupon if you can, because it's definitely worth knocking some money off. But if you have to have one you never did, or if for some reason you were like me and you had the G2 yellowish version instead of the G1 greenish version, go check that out. But guys, I'll see you on the next review. And remember, as always, just keep on working together. Because in the end, we can become something even greater. Bye, guys.